Welcome back to Minecraft. This is just going to showcase a couple of projects that I'm working on and a couple of small things that I've completed. Shouldn't be too long of a video. So let's check out the village and see what's different. This is just real quick. I dug out a couple of these things and made a couple of garages. And up in this area, I've created this little spot here. And this is pretty much going to be the last space in this village for a large building. I'm going to put a library here, and that's going to basically complete this village in terms of large buildings. I'm just going to put very small things and do like detail work in this village, but that's going to do it for this one. There's just no more room. I could expand the walls in well, I really can't, to be honest with you. I mean, you got the harbor there in that direction. That direction is the prison, and I don't want the village going anywhere near the prison. I like keeping the prison area secluded. And in that direction is a river. And on the other side of the river is the new castle. So other than expanding out in this direction, there really is no way, unless I really wanted to do major work like getting rid of rivers and things like that, which I'm just not going to do. So the library will go up there, and that's going to be about it. I'm just going to put in some shops, some little like stands, and do like I said, we're just small touches. So the current project is this inn, and this building, it matches, the same style. It's the Tudor style with the white and the pillars with the white. And it's the very first major structure that you're going to see when you come in through the gates. So when you come in through the gates, you see this inn, and it's going to be an inn/tavern kind of deal. The outside is pretty much complete, other than some very small things. So you have the entranceway here, and around this side you've got some swings that you can sit. And well, can't really swing, but you get the gist. And some flowers here, and then back here is a outdoor seating area for the tavern. And there's the way, and the back way in. And on the other side of the building, it's kind of like a shipping and receiving. I guess you could tie up your horse there if you want. This is kind of like the work area, and they've just received a shipment of stuff. But the inside is not done. There's a lot of room in here. It's going to have probably 3 levels. This bottom level will be like a reception area in through here. This is the main 2 doors. It's going to have kitchen, storeroom here because of this door. And it's going to have the bar is going to be in here, and maybe some indoor seating, that kind of thing. And on the second level will be rooms that are part of the inn, And on the third level, I'm really not sure. Interiors, for me anyways, take 10 times the amount of time, because I'll get a layout and I'll start building rooms and I'll find that for some reason it just doesn't work, and I end up redoing layouts and redoing rooms, and yeah, it's just, for me it's just tough. It takes me quite a while. So but in addition to all this space, there is also, I just have this here because I don't know exactly where the staircase is going to be. It's going to be somewhere, you know, but there's a lower level, a basement level. So down here you have a finished basement, and this is going to be a wine cellar. With like big vats, like one vat there, what big, big giant vats, and it's going to be on the dark side, on the, it's not going to be super well lit, and it's going to be lots of dark woods and things like that. So that's the plan for this level. But then there's a sub basement down here, and this is going to be, I really haven't decided yet. It might be like if the village was under siege and they had to like survive down here. So there might be lots of storage for food and water storage, and maybe like bunks, bunk beds, that kind of thing. Maybe like a bunker kind of thing, because under here is a game modeled water system. It's like a underground pond or spring or whatever you'd want to call it. So I could have a well here that leads into that. It's not very big, but so I can have that there. So it's kind of like already set up for like a survival base kind of situation. So there's a lot of room here, so it's going to take quite a bit of time to get all this done, to be honest. And that's the updates for this village. And dig. Hey doggy, sit, good boy. That is pretty much it. I don't like the wolves. They kill everything. They kill the sheep, they kill the chickens, they kill rabbits, they kill the foxes, they kill everything. So I've got no time for them. The other two quick things for this video is I was watching a documentary recently that was about castle construction, and it said how long, I mean, it took decades to build these things. So around the site you would basically have a village, a village of workers that had to live, it was a lifetime kind of thing, for some of them. So I've kind of taken that, and I've got all kinds of, this is just a layout for me when I'm building, so I can see, what kind of wood, what color kind of wood, or what kind of textures I want to use for where. It's just easier for me to look at them and say, oh, that would look good here, or that would look good there. But back here, I've got a work site, so a job site. So you got a cart here with some wood in it, ready to be, maybe it just got here. You got stacks of wood ready to be processed. You've got stacks of stone and cobblestone and sandstone ready to be cut and polished and ready to be moved to the castle for placement. So you can have a stone cutter back here doing his thing, cutting stone. And then over here is I don't even want to call it a village. It's more like an encampment. And this is where your workers would live. And it's interesting that in the documentary, this is kind of what they look like. The top 1/3 of the structures were open, and they were this small. So this is about, in real life, this is about 9 feet by 9 feet, because each block is 1 meter. So, and that's about the size of where these people would live. And they would do everything in here. They would cook, and they would sleep, and they would do everything. And then they had communal water supplies. So we got the water system here. We've got, you could sit and be warmed by the fire here. We got soup cooking over here, and then just a bunch more of these little huts. I have one larger one here. This is a 5x5 instead of a 3x3, and I think what I'm going to do is knock out this back wall and put like a bread making, like a couple of furnaces making bread or that kind of thing. And then of course they have their own little farm going, and it has all the different crops that they would need, plus a scarecrow. And I might have like a pen to keep some animals in, a couple chickens, maybe a cow, and that's that. So I thought it was very interesting. It was neat to see how the people actually lived that were building these massive buildings back in the day. And then the other thing that I added, and I'm just going to wrap this up, is the one thing that I find I do myself in Minecraft, and I see a lot of this in a lot of worlds that I see like posted on YouTube, is the farms are just ridiculously small, in terms of, if you really looked at the scale of Minecraft, where one block is about 3 feet by 3 feet. You have a quote unquote a farm that's 50 feet by 50 feet. It's just ridiculously small. So I've got an area out here that I'm actually going to make a farm that's as big a scale that I can do. This will end up to be an actual multi-acre farm. So I've got this kind of laid out here, and it's gonna eventually, I'm gonna knock down all these trees, and it's gonna go all the way back on both sides of that road, or that pathway. It's gonna go all the way up here. This fence is going to come down, and it's going to stretch all the way this way till about here. So all of this will be crops, and that will actually look like what a real size farm, or at least closer to what a real size farm is. Because like right now, this farm is, you got this stuff over here, but this farm is just this. This is, what are you talking about? 3, 6, 9, is 12 feet. So 25 feet or so by, a couple hundred feet. It's just, too small. So I'm making that a little bit bigger. And then I think what I'm going to do is these massive fields that will be here and then extending up on the hill. I'm going to leave the hills. I'm not flattening anything out. So the crops will actually be on different levels, which I think will look kind of cool. It's something I've never done before, to be honest with you. Usually I have everything on the same level. So the crops will grow up here and then over here and then extend out. I'm going to knock down this fence and it'll go that way. And then this will be all wheat. And then in these little plots here, I'll just have the specialized crops. So this will be just the carrots and the beets and things like that. So that's the plan for that. And that's about it for this. I'm going to wrap this up here, and I've got a couple of more things to show. I've got a rail system that I'm working on, and that has like a makeshift, like a train station or train depot, rail depot, whatever you want to call it. And I also have a portal room that I have completed, and that's kind of a cool thing. But that'll be for another time. Enjoy your day.